guys, Janelle here from JanelleEmma.com. Today I want to talk to you about three key principles, three leadership principles of network marketing. Now, I went to an event last week, a major event for my company. It absolutely blew my mind. And we actually got to go to what they call these breakout sessions. And this is where you get the real nuggets for your business and learn the fundamental skills of what you need to be doing for your business and what our leaders are doing within the company. So I love going to these breakout sessions. This is what creates, more knowledge for yourself that you can then teach to other people and provide value for other people. And this is why we want to do this sort of stuff. This is why events are so important to us and so paramount for our business. And I want to talk to you today about what I learned in one of those breakout sessions. So basically it was about leadership, about key principles that we use within our own company that I can pass on to you, and hopefully your company is providing similar sort of principles for you as well. So let's go into those, and we'll talk about all three of those today, and hopefully you can get some value from this that you can then pass on to your team members and implement yourself into your own business, because that's what it's all about, implementing it yourself to make sure that you take action on that and then get results from it. So the first principle was following the system. Now, if you're looking at the top leaders in your company, other leaders in the industry, they would have been following a system to get to where they are. They don't just fail forward and then all of a sudden become successful in what they're doing. It's because they've followed some sort of a system that's been put in front of them, and that's what's helped to create their success. So it doesn't matter really what that system is, as long as it's worked for the leaders that you're getting value from and that you're learning from, and you just want to make sure that that system is there for you to follow as well. If that's what they're using, make sure that you're using it. Why not use it? Most companies out there have some sort of a blueprint or some sort of a training that you can follow when you first get started, and obviously you can keep using that blueprint as you go along in the business. So it doesn't matter what the system is, as I said, just make sure you're using it. So if that system is telling you things like 15 presentations a month, make sure you're doing those presentations, or that's non-negotiable. If you're not doing those presentations, you won't grow as fast. So maybe 15 presentations a month is something you need to look at doing if you think your business isn't going as fast as you want it to go. The other one she said was about plug into 12 meetings. So they were more trainings, plug into 12 trainings. So that could be like company events. It could be your weekly team calls. It could be your monthly meetings that you have with your team. Now you think about this in traditional business. If your boss said to you, we have a meeting on Friday at 9:30 a.m., make sure you're there. We've got a lot of things to go through. If you didn't turn up, and then you didn't turn up again the next month, you would probably get sacked for that. So you've really got to look at that sort of stuff for yourself in your own business and take your own initiative to go to these sorts of meetings if they are put in front of you. Why not go to them if your company or your team are putting these meetings on? This is where you're going to get the most information to help your business grow. And this is where you can invite your new team members along as well to help them grow. And if your new team members aren't the sort of people that are plugging into these sorts of meetings, go and find the team members that are and help those ones out, because they're the ones that are going to help your business grow and they're going to help their own business grow. And don't keep putting your effort into the ones that aren't doing those sorts of things and plugging in, because basically they're just not going to learn what they need to learn for their business to help everybody move forward and up into the ranks. The other thing was there could be things, like I said, 15 presentations a month, going to 12 meetings a year. That's like only one a month. 12 meetings a year, if you're doing them once a month, that's one meeting a month. Surely people can go to those sorts of meetings. And you've got to remember there's no guarantee in this industry. We don't have a guarantee. We just have to work hard, put your head down, your bum up, and just move forward. Keep failing forward until you find the right things that are working for your team members and for yourself, and plug in all the time. So try not to focus on the money and the sign-ups. Try not focusing on that sort of stuff, because the more you focus on that, the less you're going to focus on how you can help other people and provide value to other people, and how your products can really help someone in a certain way. So, if you're just concentrating on the money and the sign-ups, that's really the wrong direction to be going, because you're not concentrating on the right things which are going to help the people around you. You're concentrating on what's helping yourself, and that's not going to help anyone else. The other thing is, don't focus on the naysayers, the negative people. There's a lot of people out there that will give you their opinion, and and they know less about this industry than you do. So why focus on those sorts of people? They're not going to help you. They're not going to provide value to you in some way. They're just giving you their opinion, which is far less than what you know about the industry, than what they know about the industry, you know. So you know far more than them. Don't let yourself be put off by what they say. Don't let yourself get dragged down by what they say just because they think they know something about the industry. You know more than them, so make sure you plug into things that can help you build the confidence in that. You know, those sorts of people, they're the ones that are going to be broke when they're 65 anyway. You know, they're the ones that, if they're not open-minded to even learning about this or hearing something from you, let them be broke when they're 65, because you're not going to be. If you keep pushing yourself forward, and you can't really fail in this if you don't give up. You know, you can't really fail in network marketing in this industry if you don't give up. So just keep pushing yourself forward and follow that system. The system is so paramount for what we do. And just to recap that, so no excuses. Be consistent in what you're doing. Be really consistent every single day. Make yourself some sort of a time management sheet, or you know, a planner or something that you use that can really help you every single day in this business. And you can't fail if you don't quit. As I said, that's just something that you can't do. If you don't quit, you're going to keep going forward. So that's a big one. Follow that system. Principle number 2 was always stay in control of your business. So think about it when you're inviting people to some sort of a meeting. Don't always try and get people to come to you. The reason for that is, if you're having a home meeting at your house and you're inviting all these people to you, they have a really good reason and excuse to say they can't come. You know, especially if they don't know you very well. They can say, sorry, my dog got out of the house, or something's happened with my kid, or my partner's sick or something, so sorry I can't come. You know, they've always got that reason. So why not put yourself in their shoes? Make them feel more comfortable by going to meetings in their home or meetings in their coffee shop, at their favorite restaurant. You know, and what that's doing is making them feel more comfortable. They feel more comfortable to have you come into their little circle because they're in their own environment, in their own home or their own coffee shop. And so you coming in there and showing your meeting doesn't feel as daunting as if they're going to come and listen to something they don't know about in a home they've never been to before. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So you really want to look at that like, yes, you want to take control of your business, but you want to make the people around you that you're trying to show your business to, make them feel really comfortable. So let them do things in their own home, have the meetings in their own coffee shops or their own cafes and that sort of stuff. And it will really help in, the numbers that you bring into your business and the numbers that you get to these meetings. Just having people showing up is a big deal. So make sure you have a lot of those people coming, and make sure they feel comfortable. So the best way to do that is to do it in their own homes or their own coffee shops. The other way to stay control of your business not only is to have people feel comfortable about what it is you're showing them, but look at those in your company and in your team that you want to rank advance. Start knowing the numbers in your business. You know, if you want to stay in control of what your business is doing, how it's running, how everyone is rank advancing, make sure you know the numbers behind your business. And I'll put my hand up and say that I'm shocking at this. It's not until usually that last week of the month that I'm starting to look at numbers, which is a really bad thing to do, because if people are hitting ranks mid-month, then guess what? You need to be tapping into those people first and getting out there and helping those sorts of people. So whoever needs the volume is the one who does the work. So, if you're the one that needs to rank advance this month, you go out and do the meetings for your teams. You go out and help them do the follow-ups. You be the one to do closings and resolving concerns for people. Make sure you're there in that spotlight with everyone else that also wants to rank advance this month. Find out from your team who wants to rank advance. Find out who wants to make a game plan for each month, what their goals are, and get to work together, and this is how you can be in control of your business. If you know what each team member wants to do, if you know which ones want to rank advance, you know which ones want to have a bit of a rest this month, or they've got something else on that they really need to concentrate on, that's the best thing you can do is if you're having that control of your business and you're doing that for your team, they're going to be like, wow, I can duplicate this. If she's really good at doing that and she knows the numbers and she's looking at who wants to rank advance this month and she's asking us all of our goals and that sort of stuff, maybe I can do the same thing. You'll see the leaders step up in front of you, and the ones that want to follow you and duplicate what you're doing if you're doing that sort of stuff. So make sure you take control of your business. And to recap, that is, make sure you're letting the prospects around you feel comfortable, and also make sure you know the numbers and who wants to rank advance in your team. Now, principle number 3 is always do what you say you're going to do. Always do what you say you're going to do. Make a commitment to your team that you say you're going to do something, and then make sure you do it. So this is where those rank advance can come in as well. And you don't have to have a successful, thriving business if the team are having a bit of a lull moment, or they're looking at things and they think that things are really slow this month. You don't have to try and then push them in that situation, because that's when they start to go, well, hang on a minute, I told you I didn't want to do much this month and you're not listening to me. But if you do what you say you're going to do, just say you said, okay guys, next month I'm going to try and recruit another 3 people. Make sure you do that, or push as hard as you can to get to that goal, and make sure your team is seeing that happening and they're watching you, and they want to duplicate that, because the leader of the pack, everyone else will follow them if they can see that they're making action and doing actions themselves. So of course you want to be duplicatable to your team. So the best way to do that is to always say what you're going to do. Now, there's a story here that I want to quickly tell you about that. So one of the girls in this breakout session that we were with, she was saying that she had someone who was far down in her downline, and he actually said, hey, I want you to come and do the meetings in my area in the next couple of months. And she's like, yeah, sure, I'll come and do that. He's part of her team, so of course she's going to go and help him out. She had forgot about that conversation, and then the day before he had set up all of these meetings on that weekend, he rang her up and said, hey, are you coming to these meetings? I've got them set up for this weekend. We'll see you there. These meetings were 12 hours away, so she had to drive the 12 hours. This is where she's saying you've got to do what you said you were going to do, because she had to drive those 12 hours for those meetings. And the whole way there were people cancelling for these meetings, which was the scary part. She's like, oh my goodness, I'm driving 12 hours and everyone's dropping like flies and not turning up. Anyway, there was one person left who said that they were still going to come to the meeting. Half an hour before she got there to that township, after she'd driven that 12 hours, this person cancelled. Now, this is where it shows posture. She said, too bad, I'm going to show up to this person's house, I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do, and I'm going to do these meetings. So she turned up to that person's house. They were very reluctant to let her into their home, but she said, hey, we don't have to do a meeting today. I just want to get to know you. You said you're going to come to this meeting. Obviously, you said yes for a reason, so let me find out what that reason was, and she turned up to that meeting, to that person's home. They had a bit of a chat. They talked for a few hours. Then they went into a meeting anyway, and this person ended up signing up. So what if she had left that and turned around and went back home? What if she'd said, oh, okay, I'll just stay a night, we'll have a coffee in the morning, and then I'll head back home, drive the 12 hours back home? She would have missed that person. Now, what that person did is they ended up setting up their own meetings for the rest of that weekend. They knew that this leader was going to be in their area, and she lived 12 hours away, so they were going to make the most of it. So this new person that signed up that night before set up all these meetings the next 2 days and signed up 10 new distributors within the team. Now, do you think that's worth it? If you say what you say you're going to do you think that's really worth doing? Of course it is. Now, we're not saying you got to drive 12 hours to go to a meeting, but that was a big deal. And that's a big deal if you can get 10 people to sign. That's like, hyper enrolling. That's 10 people signed up on the one weekend in the one business from the one leader just turning up to that meeting and not giving up on that person, the last one who said they weren't going to come. Anyway, guys, I hope you got value from that. Please like or share this if it was of value to you. And please subscribe to my videos if you are getting value from these and you want to share them with your team and people around you who you think can benefit from these. And I'll see you all on the next video. See ya.